So hey everyone, welcome and good morning to the channel. As always, thanks for stopping by and hanging out for a few. My name is Rich and I'm the channel host here, and I'm the owner of rlcdesign.net and azdrone.net as well. So regularly we talk tech here, lots of drone stuff. We used to talk a lot more about travel, and hopefully this fall we're going to pepper some travel back in there with some more drone work. Now, if I seem a little subdued this morning, there's a really good reason. So last week, right after putting my last YouTube video to bed and loaded up, I got hit with a sinus infection that you would not believe. I'm still actually recovering from it. Here we are a week later. And wow, absolutely crushing. I had a friend back in telecom who worked for me. Hey, Doug. And he had a sinus infection one time where he couldn't comb his hair. It hurt so bad. So he took a couple days off from his cell tech job to get that under control, and basically that was me last week. So not a fun week. I'm still really tired, and I'm actually stealing some content from a video I did 2 weeks ago for this week's video. So today I wanted to talk about where to fly in Arizona. Actually, more importantly, where not to fly in Arizona. The other week I stumbled across an article about great places to fly your drones in Arizona, and the article said, Page, Arizona, Antelope Canyon. No, tribal reservation land. You'd need to get an okie dokie there. Also in the Page area, that is all restricted because it's part of national parks and national monuments. And, you've got the dam there. You've got the Vermilion Cliffs there. So it's all these areas that you're not supposed to fly. And yet this article on this drone website was saying, hey, great places to fly your drone. No. So I will warn you in the video, the first one they mark off as Sedona. And while there is legal flight in Sedona, there are concerns about flying in Sedona area. There's a lot of crowds, just a lot of people in there, a lot of traffic in the area. So I'm going to leave that one up to you. But basically, what we're going to do the second part of this video is actually from a couple weeks ago. I'm going to show you that website. I'm going to show you their recommendations, and I'm going to show you on Kitty Hawk, and you can also use SkyVector. It's clearly no-fly zones for the Grand Canyon, for Saguaro National Park. It's a national park, and so that was one of their recommendations as well. Bottom line, what I wanted to share with you today is that you need to do your homework about where you're going to fly, not only in Arizona, anywhere in the U.S., whether you're a hobbyist or a commercial Part 107 pilot. So it's up to you, and seeing someone's articles, even seeing an article on my website or anything, you still need to do your research. I don't care if you consider these sites authorities or not. You need to do your due diligence because you don't want to get fined. You don't want to lose your drone. You don't want to ruin other people's enjoyment of the places that they're visiting alongside you. So make sure before you're going out to fly some amazing locations that you're legal to fly in those locations. And like we talked about the other week, we've got Kitty Hawk, we've got SkyVector, we've got Before You Fly. There are so many applications out there that it's very difficult to claim ignorance at this point, with all the tools available to us as drone pilots. All right, so now we're going to cut over to that segment that was clipped from a video the other week because the video went too long. Shocking, I made a video go too long. Sorry about that. I know the videos are longer here, but I'm really trying to get you information that's useful to you as a drone pilot, especially if you're building your own business. So before we get into the second half, very simple. Do your due diligence. Don't depend on other people's articles or posts online. You need to make sure that you're following all the rules that apply to you and that you're doing the right thing as a drone pilot so that we can keep enjoying this hobby and this new growing business community. All right, let's cut over to the video from a couple weeks ago. Now I want to move on to one other item, and I'm going to bring SkyVector back up here. And we're going to use Kitty Hawk as well. So I recently read an article on another drone website. I was just doing some searches on drone websites, drone service providers in Arizona. I wanted to see how my search engine optimization was working, and it's working pretty well, especially if people are looking for Prescott drone pilots. But while I do the searches, I stumble across other pages, and I stumbled across a page that really disturbed me. So I just want to share this with you. So the second half of today's video is very simple. Where can I fly in Arizona? The bigger question is, where can I fly anywhere? And you can find out where to fly using SkyVector, using Kitty Hawk, using the tools at your disposal. You can find out where you can and can't fly. So you can't say, well, I didn't know about that. That's disingenuous. We've got a lot of tools out there. And if we need to talk more about tools on this channel, let me know as well. But so I'm on my iPhone because I was doing the search the other day, and I just found this website on where to fly in Arizona. So number one place to fly in Arizona is Cathedral Rock, Sedona. I know that there's some flight allowed in Sedona. I would take this with a grain of salt. This is such a popular area. I'd be very cautious about flying in the area. And I'm going to check this one off as uncertain. And I'm not trying to pick on this website. It's just the rest of the suggested ones blew my mind because they're so wrong. Saguaro National Park is their number 2 place to fly your drone in Arizona. Do not fly your drone at Saguaro National Park. There are 2 words in there called national and park. The national parks are not available for drone flight. There might be a permit system in place for big movie crews and things, but you are not launching and landing your drone in a national park. Don't do it. It is an absolute no-go. The number 3 that they have listed, Grand Canyon. Are you kidding me? It's a national park. I'm going to pull Kitty Hawk back up here because I want to show you something. All right, so I got my strange little sign in again. I'm going to zoom out here. I'm on Kitty Hawk, and I'm just going to go ahead and zoom out. And I would like to bring you up. Oh, look at that. Grand Canyon. Do you see how it's all lit up in red? That is a no-go. Don't fly there. I've seen other drone pilots talking about the fact that they can take off from outside of the national park, fly into the national park, and then land back outside of the national park. I know that's legal. I know it's a loophole, but basically the intent of the national parks, they have a lot of people coming through every year, and safety concerns have led them to decide no flight in the national parks. I think it's reasonable. I think there's a lot of other great stuff in this area that you could fly. And so they also, on that article, suggested Page, Arizona. Let's go ahead and look at all this red in here. No. There you go. There's the answer. No. I'm going to do the authorization again here because I just want to show you something. On the Kitty Hawk app, I am going to look up Hovenweep National Monument. Hovenweep is a favorite place of mine to visit with my Airstream. It's an amazing national monument with ancient ruins in it, and it's not an overly popular location, which is awesome. You have a lot of privacy when you go out there. It's quiet, it's beautiful, it's pristine, and night photography is incredible there. And so I looked up Hovenweep, which is a national monument. You see that red block around it on Kitty Hawk? That means no, okay? It means no. Now, I'm going to go back to that web page. So Grand Canyon. So far, we've suggested Saguaro National Park, which is no. We've suggested Grand Canyon National Park. No. Let's continue scrolling down. Antelope Canyon. That is in the Page area. That is tribal land. So you would need to be checking with the tribe. But they did Antelope Canyon, Monument Valley. Monument Valley is nowhere near Antelope Canyon. This article has it so wrong. This article is more about amazing places to photograph in Arizona, but they've picked off a bunch of places that are no-go. The Wave is incredibly popular. It's a beautiful location. It's a permit system to get in there. And last that I had seen, that was a no as well, a blocked off area just around the Wave. There are other amazing rock formations in the area that are not restricted, that are not a national monument or a national park. And I would suggest looking into flying some of those areas. But the whole point of me doing this, I'm going to set this phone down now. The whole point of this one is you've really got to do the research yourself. You really have to use things like SkyVector. You really have to use things like Kitty Hawk. You have to use things like Before You Fly from the FAA. It's our responsibility as drone pilots to make sure that we are where we're supposed to be and that we're not in crossing into these areas where we're restricted from. It's really simple. You know, it's you can drive your car some places and you can't drive your car other places. You can drive an ATV some places and you can't drive an ATV other places. It's the same thing in this situation. So I would recommend using the tools at your disposal, watching out for articles like the article I just showed you, because they just had it so wrong. And it's a supposedly drone website making these recommendations. So in the end, you check Sky Vector, you check Kitty Hawk, you do your appropriate planning beforehand, and then you go out and fly safely and have a great time. So like I said, unusual for back-to-back videos today, and sorry for going a little long. I really wanted to cover that second topic as well. Let me know if you want to know more about the Lance system and the use of Kitty Hawk. Like I said, there's probably a million billion videos on this morning, and the only reason I'm doing this one is because I had so many subscribers here get in touch privately and ask questions. I've actually been having an email conversation with one of the subscribers. So thanks for stopping in, Dave, and thanks for the question. It's appreciated. All right, everyone, I've got to get cleared up and out of here. It's dental cleaning day today. So much fun visiting the dentist. And then when I get back here, I'll probably get this video uploaded because it's run longer than I expected. So there you go. You can tell the video from a couple weeks ago, different shirt. Today I've got a blue shirt on. And like I said, we're cutting this short right now. So sorry that we're not doing more and more exciting things, but my head's still pounding. And sinus infections, don't run out and get one. They're no fun. All right, we'll see you next week. And as always, have fun and fly safe. And thanks for stopping by here. Don't forget to click the link, the like and subscribe down below as well.